Hey guys, I'm Becky from Book Bite Reviews and welcome to another reading vlog. Today it is Friday, January 22nd. I wanted to do just a little weekend reading vlog because number one, I want to read some really good books that I would like to vlog about. And number two, I'm trying to get out of and stay out of a book slump that I was just in. So we're gonna do a little weekend one. Hopefully it'll go great. So let's talk about the books that I would like to read. The first one is Kingdom of the Wicked by Carrie Mascalco. This is the Bookish Box edition. I think it's freaking stunning and gorgeous, but I do also really love the original dust jacket, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna leave it. I don't think so because it would just look like this unless I front face it. I don't know, but it's stunning. I'm currently on page 225. I'm using one of the tarot cards that we got with this edition as a bookmark, and I only have 100 and some pages left. I think there's like 370 pages. Yeah. So I just have this little bit left. This is getting really, really good. I'm very intrigued by this book and I'm really enjoying my time with it. So hopefully I end up loving it. The beginning, I will say, this book is a little bit slow. So I will say the first like 40 pages is a little bit slow, a little kind of boring, just kind of getting to know each other. I'm now in the thick of it and I'm really enjoying it. I don't really know how this book is going to end, where it's going to end. I don't know. And I also feel like there's a romance in here, but I'm really not sure how that's going to play out. And I'm kind of hoping it's more of like a spark of a romance and then we'll get to know more about these characters and fall more in love as the books go on, because right now, if the person who I think is going to be her love interest is it, I don't think they're there yet where it would make sense. But who knows what's going to happen in these last 100 and so pages. But I am excited to finish that. Next, I would like to start and finish Cemetery Boys by Aiden Thomas. I've heard nothing but amazing things about this and I'm so excited to start this book. I really, really want to get into it and love it, and yeah. Also, if you take off the dust jacket, look at that. I think this one I may get rid of the dust jacket because it's stunning. I love that it has silver and gold. That is just so freaking cool. And then last but not least, I would like to start, I just want to start Legendborn by Tracy Deonn. Again, another book that I've heard nothing but great things. So since I had these 3 books on my TBR for this weekend, I really wanted to start my vlog and hopefully get to these. This book, I mean, if it's like really that good where I really want to vlog my experience, this may turn into a longer vlog than a weekend, but I don't care. That's cool with me. I'm just hoping that I can stay out of my reading slump. That would be great. I think that I am though. I think that I'm feeling the excitement for reading, whereas before, like, there was nothing that I wanted to read. Nothing. So I think we've made it out to the other side, but we'll find out. I do have a headache and I'm very, very tired today, so hopefully all the things still happen. Hello, hi. It is Saturday. I didn't come on and update you guys because nothing happened yesterday after I updated you. I got a really, really bad migraine to the point where like I took a whole bunch of medicine and nothing helped it. I was in a dark room. I, closed my eyes. I had a heating pad for your face. Like I did it all and nothing helped. The only thing that helped was just going to bed. And so I went to bed at like sometime between 10 and 10:30 p.m., which is the earliest I've ever gone to bed, and then slept until 10:30 a.m. and then finally started my day-ish. I wanted to sit here and read. I didn't yet, but I still have plans to. I want to finish Kingdom of the Wicked today, hopefully. That's my overall goal, and I think it can be done because I think that this last like third or so of the book is gonna move very, very quickly. That's what I'm expecting. But right now though, we're still not gonna read. Right now, I got inspired to work on my little reading tracker Excel thing that I use. So in all of my videos, in my description, I do link my monthly reading tracker that I use. This was created by Little Book Owl, and it's supposed to be a monthly tracker, and I use it for monthly tracking. So on here, you keep track of like daily page count, any reading challenges you're a part of, converters for if you're listening to an audiobook or reading an ebook version of a book, things like that. So I always keep that link down below, but I also use a yearly tracker that I made on Google Sheets that tracks like, is it a YA, an adult, a new adult? Is it a physical read, an ebook, an audiobook? Is it an ARC? Is it a graphic novel? So I created that, and after watching some other videos, I've decided that I really should add other things to it that I use for my yearly goals. So is it a diverse book? Is it by Jennifer L. Armentrout? Is it, I don't know, I can't think of any of my other goals. A big book, things like that. So I want to add to my tracker. If you guys are interested in seeing my yearly tracker that I do, I can share that with you guys so that you can like make a copy of it and then customize it if you want to. I also have it where it'll give me like different data of like how many YA fantasy did I read, or how many YA fantasies on audio did I read, and stuff like that. So if you're interested, I can share it with you guys. Let me know in the comments and I can do that. But I have all these ideas to add to it, so I'm going to spend some time doing that, which will take a little bit of time because there's a lot of like equations and stuff so that you can get the right tracking, and I have to like double check the other equations to make sure I didn't mess with those when adding in new ones, that stuff. And then I also need to work on my bullet journal for February. So I don't think I'm going to like sketch out anything right now. I'm just going to come up with the ideas for it and the plan, and then maybe tonight or tomorrow I will actually start sketching it out. I just kind of want to update you to be like, I had a really chill morning, no reading happened yesterday, it's gonna happen today, and I'm gonna do some fun things that are reading related but aren't reading. So yeah. Hey guys, so I am about to go get in bed. It is just after midnight, but I wanted to update you guys really quickly because I have just finished Kingdom of the Wicked by Carrie Maniscalco. This book, you guys, was so freaking good. I really loved this and enjoyed this, and this was fantastic. I'm definitely giving it 5 out of 5 stars. I will say that what I wanted of the romance happened, but it happened in a way where now I'm totally confused on if there truly is going to be a romance in this book. I'm just so like, what? Like, at the beginning, there's no romance, and then there's like hints, and then there's just like weirdness at the end where like there's hope, and now, like, I'm trying not to spoil anything, but what? I really don't know what's to come in these next books. By the end of this book, I kind of feel like, was I just making up a romance in my head? Was I just like hoping for it and trying to manifest it? But otherwise, I really loved the story. I loved how much it really focused more on our main character and her love for her sister and her kind of realizing her own power and strength. So I really loved that aspect of it, and I can't wait to learn what's going to happen next in the next book, as well as meet all these different paranormal creatures, because we've met some demonic creatures and we have slightly met a different kind of two other paranormal creatures. One is technically another demonic character, but they've all just kind of like been in passing, and now I think we're really gonna meet some different people because I think we're gonna be in a different place in the next book. So that's all I'll say, but I love this. 5 out of 5 stars, really excellent. This has definitely gotten me out of my book slump, so I'm very thankful for that. So the next book that I will be picking up is Cemetery Boys by Aiden Thomas. I don't know if I'm going to start this tonight or if I'm going to wait and start it tomorrow. I don't know. But for the bookmark, I am going to use this. Is this the wooden one? Yeah. This is the wooden bookmark for the Jennifer L. Armentrout one-time Dreamy Co. box that they did, The World of Jennifer L. Armentrout. I am going to be using this bookmark. It is double-sided, but I'm going to use the white side because it goes really nicely with the book. I have to say, overall, today was a pretty great day. It was relaxing. I got a lot of things done. That is good. The one thing I didn't do that I'm just now remembering is I did not edit and put up my vlog, and I am getting behind on videos again. So sorry about that. But it'll happen. Maybe tomorrow I'll edit a video and I'll try to move some things around. I think my yearly videos are just gonna come like in February because I don't know if I can smash all those videos into next week. So alright, I'm gonna go ahead and get in bed and I will see you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, it is Monday. I am currently working from home, about to go into a meeting, so I have to make this quick. But I wanted to update you because I did not update you guys yesterday. And also, we're turning this into a non-weekend reading vlog. It's now a weekend reading vlog plus some days. As you guys know, I finished Kingdom of the Wicked. I have started Cemetery Boys, but I didn't start it Saturday night. I actually started it last night. So far I am, I think, 60 pages into it, and I just got to the part where the description describes the book. So everything that's in the description has now happened, and now we can move forward with the plot. So far I really, really like it. I really like the writing style. I also really love that it incorporates different terms and Spanish words and doesn't have like a pollo, that means chicken. It just puts it in there and you use context clues to figure out what that word means. And I also really like that there's no info dump. So we're learning about things from the past and the present all kind of like at the same time. So if something comes up that relates to something that happened in the past, it'll then kind of like bring it up but not do it in an info dumpy sort of way. So like for instance, we find out that our main character's mom has been his biggest supporter of him coming out as a gay trans boy. And we also find out that she has passed away, but we don't know the circumstances of her passing away and stuff like that. So you like slowly learn things, like when he's talking about coming out as being trans, he talks about how his mom is his biggest supporter. And then like later on, it brings up something about like loss, and he brings up how it's been really hard this past year because his mom has passed away. So I really, really like it so far. I'm very excited because we do have this like hot bad boy who's just been introduced, and of course he's like, please don't leave me here in this graveyard, let me come home with you. So now Yedril has to hide this hot ghost in his house, in a house full of people who can all see ghosts as well. So it's just, I'm really excited for where this story is gonna go, and I'm really enjoying it so far. I have no idea when this vlog's gonna end. So right now I'm going to go make some lunch really quick before I join this meeting, and then I'll update you guys when I do some reading. If I even get to do some reading tonight before midnight, then I will update you. Hey guys, it is Wednesday. I haven't updated you in a couple of days, and that's because some things happened. So, last time that I updated you guys, I think I was telling you about how I was having some really bad headaches. My headache is still here. It's Wednesday, so from Friday I wasn't feeling that great, but Saturday to today I've had a headache every single day. Every single day. So Monday I was a little concerned. Thought maybe I got COVID. So I went and had a test done, and I got my results yesterday. I do not have COVID, thank God. I don't even know how I would have gotten it if it came back positive, because I don't go anywhere. I don't leave my house. So yeah, dealing with the stress of do I, don't I have COVID, and these headaches, I've just haven't updated you. But I have been doing some reading. So when I have been reading, and I finished Cemetery Boys. I'm giving this 5 out of 5 stars. I'm predicting that this is going to be in my top 10 of the year, if not my favorite. I just love this. I think this was so well written. I think this was so freaking good, and I would highly recommend you pick this up if you enjoy a paranormal romance. I really love that we had a trans main character who was written by a trans author, because I knew that the things I was getting was very authentic. I loved how him being trans is talked about sometimes when it's brought up within the story. The fact that he isn't seen as a brujo to his family because he's trans, he talks about it then. When he introduces himself for the first time, sometimes he talks about like the uncomfortability of them like looking you up and down, looking at your chest, stuff like that. So I just really love that it wasn't in your face, but it dealt with it when it came up, which I feel like is the only time that somebody would talk about it is when it comes up. I also really loved, I mentioned it the last time I updated you, but I just loved the way that it handled the Spanish in this book, that it doesn't explain it. And there's a couple parts at the end where there's like full sentences in Spanish and I'm like, what does that mean? So then I'm Google translating and I'm like, oh my god, he just asked this. And I thought it was really, really cool. I mean, you don't have to look up any of the words from context. You can tell what they're talking about, but for sometimes when somebody who doesn't normally speak Spanish speaks Spanish, I was like, what is he saying? And it was fantastic and I loved it. So this was absolutely excellent. I loved it. I think the pacing was really great. The writing style was amazing. I'm in love with the characters. I think Aiden did an amazing job, and like this is fantastic. I don't have anything else to say about it. It's fantastic. Pick it up. I loved it. I don't know what I'm gonna pick up next. I have Graceling and I have Legendborn. Graceling I will be listening to on audio as long as I like the audio. Legendborn I will be reading physically. So I kind of am thinking of reading them both at the same time. So when my headache's really bad, listening to Graceling. When I can physically read, doing Legendborn. I will say yesterday, my headache was like medium, like it is right now. I'm hoping it doesn't grow from here. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to function. And I was still able to like push through and finish Cemetery Boys because I really wanted to keep reading. So there's a possibility that I could start both of these. I'm excited about both. I'm really excited about both. So I don't know which route to take. I did go and get my nails done today, thank God, because they were about to like fall off or break off or something. And I'm obsessed. So if you can tell, I have this really pretty purple that is matte and then this holographic silver, which is wild. I've never had their holographic before. I'm going to ask about it the next time because this is so cool. Like, what? Love it. I just love it. So I think right now I'm going to head downstairs, pop in my earbuds, and start Graceling while I do the dishes and cook dinner. Hello, it is Thursday. Isn't it? Yeah, it's Thursday. Yesterday I attempted to start Graceling. I am not a fan with the audiobook that is on my library's Hoopla. I listened to like the first 2 paragraphs, and while the context is super interesting, I could not get through the audiobook. So I turned it off and just listened to music while I did the dishes. So I haven't really started this yet. I'm going to be physically reading this, so I'm going to put this as the last priority for this week. I want to get to Legendborn, and then when I finish that, start this. So I don't know if I will finish this book in this vlog, but I will hopefully at least start it and give you like my initial thoughts. So there is that. As you guys can see, I curled my hair. That's because I feel like absolute junk, and I'm trying to trick my brain into feeling better by looking good on the outside. So as I've told you, I've been dealing with headaches lately. They're all sinus pressure related, and they're starting to not be so invasive, but still not that great. So like last night, for like the last few nights, which is awful to me, I've been going to bed at 10:30 and getting like 10 hours of sleep every night, which is great, but also just awful because I don't like going to bed before midnight. But apparently my body needs it. But I've also been dealing with a UTI. This morning I went to the doctor's, and while waiting, I started Legendborn. fun stuff happening here. But I did start Legendborn, so that is really cool. I was expecting to like sit in the waiting room for like an hour, so I brought this. The place I went to is like being very, very efficient, where you are doing all of like the paperwork on your phone, and then they're immediately taking you back, seeing you, and getting you out. So there was nobody else there when I got there this morning, which was awesome. I just had to sit on my phone, register, and then they took me back. So the only time I read was waiting for the test results. So I read the prologue. I'm now up to chapter 1. It is really good so far. Like, all I've read is a prologue, and I'm so into this book. So the prologue is basically our main character finding out that her mom has passed away, and she is just in like utter despair. And I think that it's written so freaking well. I can see everything that she's seeing. I am feeling the emotions that she's feeling, and it's just written so good. Like, Tracy Deonn is a great author so far, and I've only read the prologue. So I really can't wait to dive into it. It's already hinting at the magical fantasy element of this book, because she talks about like when she looks at the police officer, there's like this magical like aura coming off of him, but she thinks like it's either because like her eyes are all blurry from crying, and or maybe it is real magic, but she doesn't care. Like, she's in too much pain to even care about magic, because the last line of the prologue is, the air around him looks alive, like he is drenched in magic, but when your entire world is shattering, a little bit of magic is nothing. So I loved it. This is written, like, I just can't get over how poetically it's written, and I'm loving it. I'm just loving it. So I can't wait to get back into that, but I just wanted to update you guys that Graceling is being put on the back burner until I finish Legendborn, and that also I have started Legendborn. Hello friends. It is Sunday, the 31st. It's been a minute since I updated you. I think the last time I updated you was Thursday night, I think. My health dramatically declined since then. So I think that I have been having a bad reaction to my medication. I don't know which one it is because I'm on 2. So I've stopped taking them today. I feel a lot better. So I'm going to try taking one of them at half the dosage, just in case it is that one, that the side effects won't be as severe. And if I don't have any side effects, then obviously it was the other one. So I've been experiencing, along with having all of the sinus pressure, intense headaches, neck stiffness, neck pain, dizziness, like foggy mind, extreme like full body weakness. It was to a point where like if I would stand up, I would get lightheaded, and I would feel like my body was way too heavy for me to even like move from the living room to the kitchen. Like, it was awful, and it was like that for 2 days straight, and I couldn't think, I couldn't do anything. I was also dealing with really weird sleep issues where I could either like not fall asleep, or when I finally would, I would wake up like every 5 to 10 minutes. Like, I could not fall into a deep REM sleep, and it was just the worst. And I was constantly feeling tired, but anytime I would try to sleep, I couldn't sleep, and like I felt awake and not tired in the sense of like I need to go to bed. Like, I just wanted everything to stop, and it was really scary, just awful. So last night, after rereading over side effects and things like that, if it is this medication, it's a side effect of like a really big issue. They were calling it, I think it was like brain meningitis. So if that name alone isn't scary, imagine them describing all of my side effects. So, I mean, I could be looking into a lot of things, but I've stopped taking it, now I feel fine. So it's just been a really tough weekend. But I'm feeling so much better today, thank God. Like, I can deal with having headaches because of sinus issues, like that's fine, but what I was experiencing these last 2 days has been just nothing I ever want to deal with again. That also means I haven't done any reading. I've done pretty close to nothing these last 2 days just because of how much pain I've been in. So I didn't want to update you guys, number one, because I didn't feel good. I didn't want to update you, but I also didn't have anything to update you on. Like, the worst part is I have been wanting to read because I was kind of attributing, like, maybe my head hurts so much because of all these screens. Like, I've been working, so I'm on a computer, and then I get off and I'm looking at my phone or I'm watching TV, and I wanted to just sit with a book and read, and I just couldn't. I was in so much pain. I didn't want to focus on anything. So that really, really sucked when you want to read so bad, but you physically cannot. Hopefully that's over with. So today I woke up feeling so much better, and I was playing some Animal Crossing and decided I want to start an audiobook while I'm playing. And recently I just got in from my library the Bromance Book Club, which is by Lisa K. Adams. I will show you the cover because I don't have a physical copy. So I decided to start this, and I read the entire thing today. I didn't play Animal Crossing the entire time, but I just couldn't stop listening. Let me see how long this book is. So it took me 5 hours and 19 minutes to read this book. I think that it's longer than that though, because I read it at 1.5 times speed. Yeah, it's about like 9 hours. Basically what this book is about, it's a book that I've been wanting to read for a very long time. I actually put it on my February TBR because I knew that I was going to get it from the library soon. And it's about this baseball player who is having marital issues with his wife, and now she has brought up divorce. And so he like starts to go into like this downward spiral, and his best friend and some other guys on the team approach him and are like, we know how to help you. And it turns out that they have this secret book club for men where they read romance books to better understand their wives and their needs, and like how to speak their language and better understanding like their feelings and things like that. And so he joins this book club in order to figure out how to win his wife back. And it is just the best book. Oh my god, I was so sucked into this. There is nothing about it that I didn't like. It is so cute, so steamy. I loved the aspects of the book, and I really loved that the book that they're reading is, I have to re-look up what the book is that they're reading because they say the title and author, and I wonder if that's a real book because it's almost exactly Bridgerton, and that just made it like all the best. In between chapters of like, because it alternates points of view between our main character, the baseball player, and his wife. And in between some of those chapters, it will read a chapter from the book. And it's in like this old English accent. Like it's seriously just the best experience. I would highly recommend checking this out on audio because the narrators are fantastic. I loved this audiobook. But it was just so much fun and so cute, and it's just absolutely adorable, and it's part of a series, and I just loved everything. It's definitely going to be one where each book follows a different set of characters, and I'm so excited about it because one of them I think is going to be our main character's wife's sister, and one of the guys that's in the book club, Mac, who's like this really big player. He's not in a relationship, but like he flirts with all the wives and is just like very charismatic and very, very good looking. And he ends up meeting her in the book, and she does not fall for his charms, which is like the first woman to ever do that. And so I'm like, oh, they're gonna have their own book, aren't they? So I'm really excited about it. There are 4 books in this series, which couldn't be more happy to find out. So let's see. Book 2. Oh my god. Yes, yes, yes. So book 2 is following Mac and Liv, which is the characters I said there's definitely going to be a book for. Oh my god. I cannot wait. I'm so excited to be reading this series. I've heard really good things about this series, but I kind of figured it was going to be like, I don't know, like a typical romance, but I love this with my whole heart. Like, I haven't been this excited about a romance book since Red, White, and Royal Blue. So, I think I just found my new favorite romance series. I'm so excited. I'm so happy. So yeah, I read that entire book today. Definitely 5 out of 5 stars, obviously. What a great way to end this weekend of just absolute horrible pain than to finally be able to read a 5-star and find a whole new series that I'm obsessed with. So I'm very, very happy I decided to just like pick this book up on a whim. I will say yesterday I was starting to feel okay, and I did read a little bit more of Legendborn. I'm hoping to read a whole lot more today. But what's interesting is that we meet a guy who I like expected like, oh, this is gonna be like a love interest. But then we meet another guy and I'm like, but wait, he could be a love interest. So now I'm like, is there gonna be a love triangle? Which guy am I supposed to be rooting for? Is there not gonna be a love triangle? I don't know. But Hey guys, the vlog should have ended many days ago. It is now currently Wednesday, February 4th. We need to end this. So let's talk about all the books that I read in this vlog. This vlog was very, such a mess, to be honest. So it started out pretty great, getting out of a book slump. Then I got very sick. I am now feeling, for the first time in about a week and a half, I'm finally feeling like a normal, real, alive person. I did my hair, I put on makeup, filmed an unboxing. So let's just talk about it. So first, it's been so long since I started this vlog that I had to rewatch the clips to find out what books I even read during this reading vlog. So first up is Kingdom of the Wicked by Carrie Maniscalco. I love this book. I believe that I gave it 5 out of 5 stars, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. Really, really cool. I will say that I was expecting a lot more of a romance. Like, I can see it kindling, but then again, I don't know what the hell happened at the end of this. I'm really excited to continue on though, and I definitely will be purchasing the next book. Then I picked up Cemetery Boys by Aiden Thomas. This was amazing. 5 out of 5 stars, hands down. Absolutely loved this. I'm not even into Peter Pan, but I will be picking up his next book. I just read a review of it that said like it's very creepy and dark, and I'm really excited about it. So love this so much. It's definitely going to be on my top 10 of the year. I thought it was going to be my favorite book of the month. However, then I read something that just like really, like I can't not pick it because it was more of like a surprise that I loved it. I knew I was gonna love this, and I did. But my favorite book of the month, which I don't have, we have already talked about it, I feel like you guys can tell what book this is book number 1 in the Bromance Book Club by Lisa K. Adams. I love this book so much. I was expecting to like it and think it's cute, but I definitely wasn't expecting this to be a 5 out of 5 stars or my favorite book of the month, but I absolutely loved everything about it. I think it was so cool, and I think it talked about healthy topics of understanding women and understanding yourself and kind of just getting in touch with your feelings. And I thought it was so cute. I will say that I did put book 2 on hold, the audiobook through Libby, through my library, and it says it's gonna be ready in a couple of days. So I will definitely be reading more from the series. I don't think we have the 3rd book yet on Libby, so I'm gonna have to check to see if on one of my other apps we have it, and then I definitely want to read the 4th book, so very excited. Then I started Legendborn, and the plan was to finish this vlog whenever I finish this book. However, I am not done with this book. So I am currently on page 128. Not very far at all, but I am really enjoying it. However, for 2 reasons, I decided to put this book on pause. So number 1 is I really needed to start the book club book. The other reason being I needed to take a breath, reevaluate, and then go back into this book. So what I didn't know about this book is that it is a King Arthur inspired book. I don't like King Arthur. I don't know if that makes me weird. I don't know if there's other people out there, but it's not that I dislike it. I just don't care. I don't care. I don't care about the legend, like, at all. The Raven Boys was, I believe, like, King Arthur inspired. Not a fan. As soon as I got to the part in this book where it, like, fully brings up that the, like, magical people are descendants from King Arthur and King Arthur's time, I immediately was like, I don't know about this book anymore. So I know that I have really, really been enjoying it. I know that everyone absolutely loves this book. So I wanted to just, like, take a pause, let that sink in, and then pick it back up later. And by later, I mean, like, hopefully very soon. Like, I am really enjoying this book, so I don't want to have this bias going back into it and being like, but I hate King Arthur. I'm hoping that it's going to be very, like, it's brought up and then who cares? Like, that's just, like, something that happens in it, just to, like, explain the magic or explain the world. I'm hoping it's not going to, like, really focus in on it. And I kind of have a feeling that that is going to be true, because it is brought up that the story that people know of King Arthur, that this magical community, they paid, like, a PR team, or created a PR team to create that legend that people know. So what we know of as King Arthur is not even the truth. So I'm hoping, like, it's something really cool and I'm into it, and also it just kind of, like, brings it up and then we never hear about it again. So this book is on pause, but I do plan on definitely finishing it, and hopefully very, very soon, because I am really liking it. Why did they have to say King Arthur? And then last but not least, I have started Graceling by Kristen Kishore. This is my book club book. I'm currently on page 201, so I'm almost halfway. I believe on my Kindle it said I was 41% of the way through it. I will say that so far, I really, really like this book. I wasn't sure if I was gonna like this book, but I'm like really, really digging it. So I am very excited about it. I won't be vlogging this week, so I won't be vlogging my experience with this book, which I'm fine with, but I will be having a wrap up where I'll talk about it. So keep your eyes peeled for that, but unfortunately now that it's February, I won't talk about that until March. But you can always follow me on Goodreads. So guys, that is all the reading that I did. I'm sorry that this vlog was such a hot mess, but when you get sick, you really need to just get better and focus on that. But alright guys, thank you so much for checking out this video. Don't forget, if you enjoyed it, to give it a thumbs up. Keep reading, stay safe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!